Davis, and it's Sarr in at the 5
back.
down low.
Yeah.
And you look at this draft class for the Hornets, Shams. What stands out to you?
Immediately, BA, I'm told that front office is prioritizing culture, guys that want to play the right way. And then Knipple and McNeely, they added shooting and grit. And for a team that's trying to up its toughness and tenacity, they seem like just what the doctor ordered. So this Hornets organization is very happy about their addition.
It'll be a very interesting team to watch.
Definitely. LaMelo Ball has a lot of upside. What can he do with some guys that are going to bring some culture to this team?
Now here's Coulibaly. No good, off the front rim. Miller on the wing, covered by Johnson. Back to Bridges. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. And here's Knipple from the arc. It's rebounded by Washington. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
These teams split the season series last year, neither making an impact in the conference overall.
A nice shot by Young.
Well, Trae Young showing you that he can overcome any type of coverage and still get it done.
Well, the Wizards fell in the lottery, but ended up drafting Trey Johnson, Shams, a two-guard who has drawn comparisons to Ray Allen.
Those are some big shoes to fill if that's the comparison. But listen, Trey Johnson is an elite shooter who has spent a lifetime honing his craft. That work ethic is what they're banking on in D.C. So the hope is he'll continue to round out his game to become a star caliber player.
He'll certainly have a chance in Washington. And it looks like we've got an injury on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
And depending on the severity of that, it could be next man up mentality.
Kobe White, he's checked in for LaMelo Ball.
Kobe already on the bench.
The Hornets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Miller outside. Pass to Knipple. There's the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yet consistency beyond the arc was a big selling point for Knipple. I mean, he's got really impressive accuracy.
And Shams, you're on TV probably more than ever. Is that challenging? I mean, how often do you have to shave every day?
Yeah, BA, I always got to be camera ready. And in season, particularly with the Luka Doncic trade, that happened so late at night that I knew at 11 p.m. Central Time I had to be ready. And for me, of course, interacting with my sources and getting information is one thing, but being TV ready, being ready to be on camera, it keeps me busier than ever. I know I have to be ready 24/7, 365.
You always look good, Shams. You're always ready for TV, man.
BA, I'm just trying to be like you, man.
White, good.
And one thing I love about White's game, he scores on all 3 levels. He is not afraid at all to go inside.
Now here's Young. Last game, 26 points for him.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Knipple, no good. The Wizards have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Diamante's checked in for Bridges. McNeely comes in for Miller. Pass to Knipple. From downtown. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Another great pro from my alma mater. Knipple making a name for himself. I mean, this guy has a fantastic J.
Vucevic. And yep, it's good. And we're seeing teams these days applying more early ball pressure. Why is that tactic gaining steam, Sean?
Well, pressure is always going to provide a level of stress, and so it's a way to wear your opponents down, force them to operate deeper into the shot clock, and really it's a way for teams to leverage their length, their depth, their athleticism. You are seeing it used in different strategies.
Not exactly what the defense was expecting from Johnson. The rookie blitzing the rim.
McNeely for 3. And Vucevic pulls it down.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Down low. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Well, it's easy to see why this team trusts Young to facilitate this offense. His decision-making is tremendous.
Now here's White. For three.
Oh.
Rebounded by Johnson. Washington leading by 6. Pass to Vukcevic.
My man.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Vukcevic has got 6.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Down by
And
8.
one thing about this league we know,
Hush.
momentum can change in an instant.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Knipple from the arc. It's not going to go for him. And it's Wizards ball. They're on a 16-7 run. The shot by Johnson, no good. Pass to McNeely to the left wing. Here's Diabate.
To do that.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Wizards out in front.
look at
They're
you,
up
dude.
by 8. And we'll be back short. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Wizards?
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
And another thing that has really opened up the rest of the floor is their damage from the mid-range area.
On the court for the Hornets.
Get some shit.
Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Brandon Miller. Then it's Kobe White.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Pass to Riley. George scanning the floor. Here's Russell. George sets a screen. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Russell, no good. Hornets trail by 6. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And when it comes to NBA moves, a pretty great summer for the state of Texas, Shams.
Ton of action in Texas today. Cooper Flag to Dallas, Dylan Harper to San Antonio, and Kevin Durant to Houston. These are major moves, and it's going to be hard to mess with Texas. These teams are loading
Down by
up.
4.
They're all trying to be a contender in the Western Conference.
That Texas triangle is going to be formidable once again real soon.
When Davis goes to the rim full force, he punishes a defense.
Here's Miller. It's rebounded by Washington.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Oh, Davis finishing off the lob.
Davis makes things simple for his teammates. Just lob it up, and he will take care of the rest.
Russell against White. Bridges outside. Takes a 3. And Knipple gets a 3. Knipple's got 9 points.
Well, a couple made threes in the first quarter, and he's not slowing down after drilling another one.
And now a
Come back.
timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And Washington making a change here. Young's checked in. Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. Shams, I know you've had discussions with Commissioner Adam Silver about the league possibly expanding into Europe. Where does that stand?
Well, it's fluid, BA, and Commissioner Adam Silver and other league officials have been very clear to me. It's a process that's going to be measured in years, not necessarily months. There's definitely a sense. They want to better serve those fans in Europe, start their own league out there that's NBA affiliated. And that's something the NBA is much more further along in exploring in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as opposed to expansion immediately.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Knipple. Fires for 3. And the Hornets, another 3.
And when a scorer as dangerous as Knipple gets going, look out. He is in the flow tonight.
Young with the signature tray.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
And the responses often come from the three-point line. That's just today's game.
And Washington making a change here. Hornets trail by 5. Outside White. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. White can really get up. I mean, he enjoys showcasing his athleticism.
Young from long range. Diabate grabs the board. The Hornets have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Pass to Knipple, beyond the arc, and that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission. He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Come
Well,
on.
we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
VA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I gotta go. I gotta get to this news.
Dude, always a pleasure to have Shams drop in. He knows everything that's going on in the league.
Well, he's really connected and he has great instincts. It's almost like he can sniff out a story better than anyone.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you guys.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, thank you. Outside White. To the right side. Here's the three. That's good from Knipple. On the assist from White. Knipple's got 24 points.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Young with it. He's got 10. 5 to shoot. Sarr with a screen on White. Young, the pass to Sarr. And again, Washington with a triple.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Charlotte on top, leading by 1. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Come one. Taking a look here now at the Hornets, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
And guys, let's take a look at the Wizards in that first half.
not.
Neither side able to build a significant lead through 2.
Well, they're not settling for long.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
I know Trey got more than 10 points. I don't even seem like this right.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers, but some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding the shot.
All right, let's go to the sideline and here's some news about LaMelo Ball. What's the status, Allie?
Thanks, guys. I just talked with the Hornets head athletic trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. We should not expect to see him back on the floor anytime soon, unfortunately. It's not the news they were hoping for. Guys?
Well, we appreciate it, Allie. All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it...
Our game, let's hope he's back on the court soon. That is a tough loss.
We've got Alex Sarr. Anthony Davis is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Johnson, and it's Young in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Stolen by Bridges. Miller against Young. Outside White. Pass to Bridges. Johnson for 3. And another miss by Washington.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Well, Grant, this is the 3rd season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
Yeah, Trae Young has been relentless offensively. He has brought the effort and the production.
And while we have a break, here were some of the top free throw shooters in the game last season. 4th, Kobe White.
Very steady at the line. He's a guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
Over to the left wing, and here's Knipple from the arc. Good! Another from... And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Shot is up. It's rebounded by Washington.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got that mid-range.
Pass to Bridges. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And again for three.
How many does
And
he
he's now
have?
set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in.
Ooh. Nice.
So both teams making some changes here. .157 left in the third. Three-pointer. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Young.
Come on.
Young's got his 6th assist of the night. And at 6'10" with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. Is Anthony
I'm
Davis
online,
better in
man.
the 5 position, Tim?
Well, B.A., he's
What's up?
versatile enough certainly to handle
Okay, what's up?
either spot, but he's made it clear he wants to play the 4.
Okay.
And
Which
given
one? Try
his
to take it
injury
out?
history, I get where he's coming from.
Davis using his size
Did you
at the
eat?
rim.
Yeah, between
Did you
his
eat?
length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Over to the wing, and here's Knipple from the arc. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Now it's a four-way tie between himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard.
From outside, off the mark. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Shot's good by Carrington.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
White, the pass to Williams. And here's Knipple from the arc. And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most
Nice,
threes in a
MJ.
game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, matching Clay's 14. One more shouldn't be too much to ask.
Good.
he's unconscious.
Another from 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
The most triples ever in a game. History being made.
Yeah, making waves and passing the splash brother, Klay Thompson. 15 threes and counting.
Now here's Russell. He's guarded by man. And then Russell with the dunk.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
And so it's Charlotte up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
And my dog crying.
And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game
Melo went
for
down.
the ages.
On the floor for Charlotte,
Let's go, still.
they've got Miles Bridges, Knipple out there with Kobe White. Then it's McNeely, and it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. Russell up top. He's guarded by White. There's the triple. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Bridges. And here's Knipple from the arc. And good! There's another! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Now Russell. Pass to George. Now Davis, elbow shot on the way, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
That rare catch and shoot from AD, but he looked comfortable there.
Bridges passes to White. Here's Knipple, covered by Carrington. Knipple, no good. Wizards trail by 9. Outside Carrington. Outside Russell. Misses off the right iron.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league. Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
George, right side. The 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Knipple. Fires the 3 and got it. Another basket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel at any sport. Do you agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Oh, man. Between his size and mobility, Sarr is the perfect lob threat.
Here's Miller. From deep. And again.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Davis outside. Johnson outside. Now Davis. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
Time now to present our player of the game, Con Knipple.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire...
And it's good! He hits another one!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this.
Charlotte foul. Kobe White.
I don't even know how many points he got. He got 63.
Second team foul.
.141 left to play in the 4th quarter. Outside Koulibaly. 5 on the clock. Book it! It goes!
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Hornets.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And this one concludes with their 2nd victory of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Con Knipple.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
And finished off by Sarr. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Oh, connects again.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the wing, right side. And here's Knipple from the arc. Oh, another one falls.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
A I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop.
Again, what an avalanche.
That puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
Man, I'm at a loss for words. His has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
Yeah, 78 points, tying Wilt Chamberlain's big night back in '61. Up next,
80.
Kobe Bryant's 81 points
That's
from
crazy.
2006.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
Not even make any
They
sense.
really came in
Look at
looking
these stats.
confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant
That
team
boy
looks like.
was-
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant
Let's
Hill,
hit the
Tim
show
Legler,
stats.
and
KK
Ali
went
LaForce,
crazy.
this is...
Let me look. Not y'all. He had 78 points. 1 assist. He was 20. He shot 26 threes. Jeez. He was coming down the court firing. But all right, I'm out of here. That's another W.